Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. This is another paid request, this time for Bobby. Thank you so much for that. For those interested in requesting any type of videos, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And this, he wanted me to react to a video from a guy named GojiFan93. And his video is the 100th video I've made, how I became a Godzilla fan. So he wanted me to react to this. Now, for a lot of these reaction videos, I know it's annoying, but I don't really show the actual video because the way copyright is and YouTube is. Also, without their permission, it seems like I'm stealing it from them. But what I'll do is I'll put the link down below, so if you want to watch along, you can open up that video in a tab or another window, follow along with me, and that way you still get the reaction. Or if you want to download both and then put them together, watch on your own, be my guest as well. So, I have a pause at the beginning. Actually, go there. Okay, I'm pause at the beginning. And for those who want to follow along, feel free to click on the link down below. Thank you once again, Bobby. And anyone wants to send any type of request, links are down below in the info box. And let's get into it. 3, 2, 1, pressing play. Okay. Says a Zayu Bro t-shirt on there. Okay. I think he hit the mic there. The music is a bit distracting because I'm trying to concentrate what he's saying, but at times the music's almost as loud as his voice. I mean, it's nice music, but again, it's hard to concentrate what he's saying when the music's fairly loud as well. I think either the music had to be toned down a lot or just don't have any music at all. The 1984 roar, okay. So that's Godzilla's his favorite. Hmm. Yeah, I remember some Godzilla toys back in the day. Dude, man, you gotta turn down the music. At times I can barely understand what you're saying. You gotta turn down the music, man. I didn't quite catch which Godzilla. Was it Godzilla 1984, which is Godzilla 1985? That was his first? So pretty much he got into with the toys in the Heisei era of the toys of Godzilla. Oh, okay. I may remember seeing that toy. I think I remember seeing that toy in stores. So did all the chores and all that, and in order to get this toy, it was sold out. Of course it was. The bastards. You motherfuckers! You stole the... That toy's supposed to be here, god damn it! We'll just save the money. I'm sure that toy will come back. They'll get more supplied, you would think. Okay. Then you would find the VHS tapes of the older stuff. I might remember that line of VHS tapes. I do vaguely. I'm sorry, just the music is distracting. Because it's hard to try to listen to both at the same time. Especially when the music, there's a very lot of loud instruments being played. That's like me if I was talking now, but then I had Welcome to the Jungle in the background. So I'm talking, hey, how's it going? Welcome to the jungle, we have games. Yeah, the internet, yeah. A lot of toys and movies, a lot of stuff to be found on the internet. I know the feeling. Well, I guess not quite, because I was born in '83, so I was born before that stuff. The internet wasn't really prominent, at least for me to use, since I was probably high school years. I remember those 1998 Godzilla merchandise. I remember that cup. I remember that figure as well. They merchandised that a lot. A lot. I still like the 1998 Godzilla film. I still enjoy it. I think the mistake it made was calling itself Godzilla. I think it was called Reptilian, which another movie was called that, but or Godzilla 2000. I thought that film sucked, to be honest. Godzilla may look like Godzilla in 2000, I'll give you that, but 1998 film was a lot more entertaining. A lot more entertaining, a lot more fun. I think it had better characters, better humor, better action sequences, better soundtrack. I don't think it was awesome or great. I think Godzilla 2000 sucked donkeys for quarters. Fuck Godzilla 2000. He's a piece of shit. The best thing was the fucking trailer that had Rob Zombies Super Beast. It's a well edited trailer. I'm the Super Beast. Middle school, high school, okay. All the Godzilla movies on DVD. Made sense. Biolante Megalon was hard to find, yeah. Yeah, they had to find bootleg versions of some of that stuff. Like Godzilla vs. They had Megalon, some other stuff that was more. You had to find on bootlegs. Yeah, yeah, it was a bootleg. That's what usually bootlegs are, at least back then. Nowadays, bootlegs are a little bit more higher quality, to be fair, but back then, most bootlegs you did would be VHS quality from the bootleg mafia. Oh, okay, you didn't know about region lots. Yeah, I did region-free DVD player to play those. So sophomore, he got every DVD he could of Godzilla. Then he just searching for action figures. Yeah, any hobby is going to be expensive. I don't care if you're collecting Transformers, Ninja Turtles, Star Wars, Star Trek, or fucking My Little Ponies, whatever the hell you collect. It's always going to be an expensive hobby. Just one isn't good enough, so you get two. Three isn't good enough, so you get seven. Hell, alone collecting movies, DVDs, Blu-rays, now 4Ks. It's always expensive. See, I can't talk too much. I have to listen closely because the music is like here, and his voice is like here. Godzilla Gamera fan film. Never heard of it. Just because it was never made. That's why I never heard of it, the fan film. Destroy all monsters for the GameCube. Cool. Never played the GameCube. Never owned a GameCube. The only Godzilla game I played was the Nintendo one. Which I remember that because you had this like chessboard. You had to move a couple. You could only move a certain amount of places. Then you do a level. But if you're nearby a bad guy, you can either do a level and fight them, or maybe, yeah, usually do a level and then fight them. And the goal is defeat all the monsters on the board. Then the next level, they add another monster. Okay, so this is back when he mentioned Godzilla 2014 wasn't even out yet. Damn. So this is a long time ago. Does he mention, oh, Gareth Edwards, he knows how to make a Godzilla film? I'm like, if you say so. I thought that film sucked. I thought that film sucked. There's some good looking shots, I'll give you that. Bryan Cranston's great, but he was killed way too early. That movie was a fucking cot tease. Oh, that's cool. So he first saw Godzilla in 1984. Hmm, that's cool. Cool. So I guess to sum up, number one, guy seems like a nice guy. GojiFan93 seems like a very nice guy. Very cool. Seems like a cool guy. Definitely seems like an older video because, like I said, this is from. He mentioned the 2014 Godzilla had not even come out yet, so now we've had that Teen of the Monsters, Godzilla vs Kong. Yeah, that Monarch TV show, which all I keep hearing is how woke it is, so that's great. That really makes me want to see that. G-1, which to me is such a shitty title. I've heard good things about the movie, but it's such a shitty title, -1. Like, you can't get into the party, because usually parties have a +1. It's like, not only do you get in the party, you're evicted from the party. Maybe that's what -1 is. But you also have Godzilla X Con, where they team up and, I don't know, buff fuck each other on TV, Dwayne. But, so again, the recap, he saw Godzilla in 1984 first. He mentioned something about being 2 years old. I say he mentioned something because sometimes it was hard to understand because getting the music at times was louder than his voice. I guess that's my only critique of the video. But other than that, like I said, he got into it. Saw Godzilla in 1998. He liked it as a kid, but nowadays doesn't. He really liked Godzilla 2000. He got into action figures. He remembers playing the video game on GameCube. Pretty much collect this toy that he wanted, and he saved up money doing chores. When he got there, the toy was gone. Right, I don't know if those type of toys, maybe they get resupplied later on, like a week or 2 weeks. I would think that toy would come back. I don't know. Maybe that's, I'm just thinking of how it is nowadays. I guess real quick, like my experience with Godzilla, I first saw it on VHS. It was Godzilla vs. Megalon. That was the very first one I saw. I might have seen, yeah, Son of Godzilla was another one. There might have been one or two others, but the ones I remember, oh, Godzilla's Revenge. Those are probably the first three I saw. Godzilla versus Megalon, Son of Godzilla, and Godzilla's Revenge. That was the one where he had the kid daydreamed he was on Monster Island. He daydreamed he was friends with Godzilla's son. And then he talked in that. This is it is in the kid's fucking psychotic dream state. To be able to visualize all that, you either have to be on some crazy drugs or crazy psychotropic drugs or just flat out fucking crazy. Insane. Maybe took too much LSD when he was born. That fucking kid. But yeah, Godzilla's Revenge is pretty bad. I could watch it for nostalgia, but it is a bad movie. But there's a nostalgic kind of chuckle with it. Godzilla, I know Godzilla vs. Megalon is not the top notch. It's cheap, but I think it's a lot of fun. Again, that brings even more nostalgia that I can overlook the flaws. I still quite enjoyed Megalon, that one. Son of Godzilla, I like. But then I saw the 1980 Godzilla in theaters. I do like that film. I still like that film. Again, it just should not have been called a Godzilla movie. But I thought it was entertaining popcorn. It was popcorn entertainment. It was fun. I did quite like that movie. Then other stuff, I like Godzilla vs. Smog Monster. That's one of my favorites. Then later on, seeing films like GMK. I would say GMK, Godzilla vs. Smog Monster, Megalon, probably Godzilla 1998, and I don't know. I'm trying to think of like my top 5. I know GMK is my favorite. I know Megalon, Smog Monster, and 98 are in my top 5. The other one, it could be the Sea Monster. It could be the original Gojira. It could be Final Wars. It's a pretty nutty one. I have to think about it, but the new ones, I just didn't think they had that charm. It's crazy. I like Coastal Island a lot more than the new Godzilla films. I don't know. They just didn't have that charm to me. 2014 film, there's some nice looking shots and cinematography. But on the flip side, it was like, hot tease. You don't see Godzilla? No. You think you're going to go see Godzilla? No. And then the Godzilla review wasn't really that worth it. The way he looks, the design, and just what he does. It's like he fights these two, Puto and Gruto, whatever the fuck, the two Putos, whatever the fuck those creatures were. And the fight scene wasn't really much, and he got his ass kicked, and then the humans had to help out, and then he got back up, and he did like 3 things. Spit down someone's throat like a fucking Tink video. And then the other, he just, after getting his ass kicked its ass. And I didn't need the humans' help. And then King of the Monsters, you don't really see much of him until halfway through the... Well, yeah, you don't see a whole lot of him until like halfway through the... He's in for a little bit, then he gets his ass kicked, then he's gone for a chunk of the movie. Millie Bobby Brown trying desperately to get away from Stranger Things and kind of failing. I don't know. I'd probably say I could watch it more than 2014 film, but I don't know if I say I hate it, but it's like, it's easy. I don't know. I go back and forth. It's okay, but I'm not a fan. That's one of those films I keep going back and forth. Like I said, there are Godzilla films I liked, but it's more of the older stuff. Again, Gojira, Son of Godzilla, Megalon, Smog Monster, or Hedorah, the technical name. The Sea Monster one. I would say those are more my cup of tea. Other than GMK, I do like GMK. I think the only one I got on Blu-ray is the GMK one. Yeah, that's the only one I got on Blu-ray. I would like to get the others, like Megalon and Smog Monster on Blu-ray, but I don't know about that set where it's like that big fucking book, because that book seems so garish, and it seems very annoying to try to stack that into your collection, and then you have to slip it in. I hate that shit when it's like a book, you gotta slip it in, so good luck on not getting scratches on it. So, but fuck that shit. I mean, why do I want to buy that? Just give me a fucking case. But with that said, this was cool to see. Thanks once again, Bobby. And we'll see you guys later. Ciao for now.